You're absolutely right. The second wave took everyone by surprise. We were all shocked at how rapidly the number of cases climbed. And this was everything was fine. We were doing very well. We had a decent last quarter. People were very, very enthusiastic about this year. We had taken aggressive targets as a company, and suddenly, things changed pretty quickly for everybody. And before we knew it, we were running around trying to help, our employees get oxygen, get hospital beds. In fact, luckily for us, we moved quickly. We were able to lay our hands on a few oxygen concentrators early on. We saw it early, and we set up a helpline internally to help employees with information, with oxygen concentrators, with medical assistance wherever possible. We have 4,000 people. They're spread out all over the country. Many people, were working from home and their hometowns were in Bihar and UP and, all kinds of sort of small towns as well. So, and it was a harrowing time for, last 2 weeks were pretty, very sort of tough for everybody. I think maybe 20-25% of employees were directly impacted by COVID, as in they got COVID themselves in the last 4 or 5 weeks. And maybe another 15-20% had some close family member who was down because of COVID. So productivity, of course, took a massive hit across the country. Clients were also impacted. So even clients are not available to talk to. A lot of us got busy with our families, with trying to get help to people, both inside the company and outside the company. Of course, good news is that things are now beginning to stabilize. It's getting a lot better. The number of calls we're getting on our internal helpline has fallen. The number of calls have come down significantly in the last 5-7 days, I would say. Demand for oxygen concentrators is also ebbing, right? And hopefully, see, at least Delhi seems to be getting a lot better. Bombay got a lot better some time back. Maybe it's spreading a little more in the south than earlier. But I am confident that if, governments continue to sort of execute like they're now sort of getting their act together. They're providing oxygen support. There's a lockdown in many parts of the country. I think things will be a lot better in a couple of weeks.
Right. What else could the government have done? Because now, if you look at it, a lot of scientists, experts are saying that, every pandemic has multiple waves. So there was always going to be a second wave. There is going to be a third wave. So is this a business risk that you at least have, sort of baked into your projections, your pipeline going forward?
I think all of us, including the government, including us, thought COVID was over. I mean, even I started going outside for meetings. I went out for a couple of get-togethers also, of course, wearing masks and with just a few people, and they were all outdoors. But, all of us thought that the worst was behind us, and this has taken us totally by surprise. I think we have to now assume the worst. We have to assume what has happened. That cannot be undone. But going forward, I think we have to assume the worst. Till the time everybody gets double vaccinated, which could take a few months, by the way, because vaccines are in short supply. We know that. I think we have to assume that there could be a third wave. There could be a fourth wave. Maybe we need to have an early warning system to warn people that this is the time to get serious. Because, human memory is short. If things improve in the next 2 weeks, I think within a month, people will be behaving as if there was no COVID ever, right? That's how short human memory is. But I think we need to be on our guard. We can't let this guard down. We need to, of course, add to our healthcare capacity, which I think governments are doing everywhere, thankfully now. And we need to assume that till everybody is double vaccinated and, it's not over.